Hello Libra, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading of your elements and your qualities coming up in this beginning part of Aquarius. This is a new channel. If you don't know much about the Astroflower, please go into the description below and you will find links to videos that will give you the introduction to what we're using here in the way of petals, in the way of elements and qualities. It gives you a good heads up on the readings anyway. Also in the links in the description you'll find another channel called Cymatic TV. It's our sister channel where we do energy updates and observing what's going on in the vibrations as it comes through the sun, comes through the planets, comes through planet Earth into you and I through your chakras and your aura system. That also helps out to sort of give a heads up on what's happening within the elements and stuff like that. So please get over there, have a look at the energy updates, and like, subscribe, and click that bell as well for future energy updates. So without further ado, let's get into your reading. Okay, so we're coming into the first section of Aquarius, and you'll see here your sign is in yellow with Aquarius graded out in grey behind you, behind your sign as it were. So this is how we sort of see the interaction between the qualities and the elements and stuff like that. So we're going to be just quickly going through it and just sort of seeing what sort of things you should be pushing on, what sort of things might be coming up on the surface within the environment, the energy environment that is around you. So on the spiritual sort of side, you have at your base that water and air, so very emotional and mental combination, connecting the two. They swirl in a anti-clockwise direction, so they tend to be very orientated via sort of almost cosmic sort of perceptions of how to live. And then just above that you have that fire and earth, that mutable fire and earth. And what Aquarius is bringing you here is cardinal fire and earth that's sitting right in the petal, just above petal 1, and that's giving a direction to your spirit, as it were, of putting things and getting passionate about things and getting things sorted and actually moving on within your relationship on a physical sort of sense. So that might be sort of bubbling up through you at the moment, and the universe and the guides might be trying to help you in that sort of direction. On your petal 2, which is mutable earth and mutable air, and you have that mutable earth on that cardinal fire. So this is where that whole direction is coming from. And when you have mutable earth or mutable air on air, it's basically looking at the world in various different ways, not being fixed on one way, but trying to look on it in a multi-dimensional sort of aspect, which you're very good at doing, Libra. You can sift through loads of possibilities at the same time, and that might be sort of so that's sort of you're looking at sort of different angles, and maybe it's a bit like, how kids try and sort of take the square and put it in, I say kids, more babies more than anything else, but, put the square block into the round hole and they're working it out. That's the sort of thing that might be happening for you at the moment on the spiritual sort of front and on the emotions and relationships and stuff like that. Because above that, you also have that earth and water. This is on petal 9. So this is, you've got earth and water, which is really good for fertile sort of stuff. So you'll be able to sort of see things through, as it were. So you could possibly, in these 2 weeks, it's having ideas or having emotions that you can actually allow to flow through you in order to actually produce something concrete at the end. It could be actually asking that person to go out on that date, or taking your partner off to a spa or something like that, or down the beach, or doing something concrete with the people around you. If you're not in a relationship, it could be to do with your family, could do with your friends, sort of saying, let's do something, because I'd like the emotions of being down by the beach and just sitting there and relaxing. So this is that whole sort of thing that's coming through on your sort of spiritual sort of side. Now, it looks really nice. Looks really good because you're air on air, obviously, because Aquarius is an air sign as well. And Aquarius does have that water at the base. So it might be quite emotional this week, these 2 weeks, the beginning part of Aquarius. On the physical front, it's more a case, this is where we really get into your elements, really. At the moment, it may be a case of trying to get projects done, trying to move on work, maybe even sort of trying to put things. Okay, let's go back to that kid trying to put the square block in the round hole. This time here, it seems like it's going to be able to put that block in place mentally. So you will be able to sort of see in this part of this first two weeks of Aquarius, it'll be easier for you to see the plan on the material front from birth to, from seed to fruit. So you're going from the beginning, which we've got at the base. So you've got your cardinal air on your own cardinal air, which is just sitting outside of Aquarius, which is still sort of flowing through into you at the moment. And that cardinal air and cardinal earth is bringing those plans into your life. And it's the cardinal earth is being confronted by the fixed water of Aquarius. So that's where that emotional sort of things and trying things, the universe is asking you to sort of try things to sort of see how physical situations sit with you emotionally. And it might be a triangle being forced into a square hole, and it could be difficult. So it's trying on shoes. It's going out shoe shopping, trying on different shoes, and sort of saying, yeah, finally those are the ones. They're not particularly the colour I want though, and that's how it may sort of be, But you'll be able to sort of see the plans go through to fruition, and this is going to be very exciting for you because up on the petal 5 and petal 9, which is just above those two cardinal petals, those two karmic petals at the base, there's a lot of fire and air, so it's going to be roaring. You're going to be able to try things at the moment, and this will couple into your emotional side as well, your spiritual side. But it'll go quickly. So those ideas will burn through very quickly to the end and find out, what you should be doing. And as you come into petal 10, you've got that earth and water. So fertility. So you want it to produce something. And it looks like it can do this month. There is a tricky point, which is petal 6, where you have that crossing of that mutable water from Pisces and that mutable fire from Sagittarius, and that may sort of cause a bit of conflict. And I think that comes back to that petal at the bottom where the cardinal earth may not be perfect for the emotions of the fixed emotions of how you want it to be in the material world, but it seems to burn its way through, as I say, and actually produce things at the end. They may not be perfect situations, but it's a start. And once you've started, you can then adjust it. That's the beauty of it, of producing a project or business or something like that. You can adapt it as you go along. And it seems like you're going to be able to put it into place reasonably easy. And it's just a question of sort of seeing how the emotions of putting it into place sits with you, this beginning part. So it might be a self-examination of trying things and then sort of turning around to yourself and being honest with yourself whether you do like that or not. In your petal 6, this is where you've got that crossing water and fire. This is that inner being. It seems to be, you got your mutable air and your fixed earth on mutable water. So this is much easier for you to deal with at the moment than say like in the material world where I was saying like the shoes fit, they're lovely and they're just the wrong colour. This is going to be a case where it's going to be the opposite. The colours may be fantastic, but the shoe doesn't quite fit. So it might be a question of, this is where it comes back to you when you try things out and you see how they fit and see which parts of your physical or your plans resonate with you emotionally, and within your inner being, there might be a few things to iron out at the moment in this first 2 weeks. It's certainly going to be a lot better once Aquarius totally kicks in, and that's going to be the second reading in a couple of weeks, around about the 5th of February. Okay, so I will speak to you then, and I will also see you in the weekly readings, which will be coming out today and coming out Thursday, Friday for this week on this channel. So make sure you do subscribe, click that bell and all of that malarkey. Okay, and we will have as well out the following week and the end of January, the readings for February as well. In the tarot readings. Okay, so I will speak to you soon. In the meantime, Libra, don't forget, it should be fun, so please do enjoy.